Hello students. So today we'll continue lesson 7 cyber safety. So today we will study the topic user agent, that how websites track us with the help of using user agent. So this user agent refers to a software program. User agent is a program such as your browser or a session initiating application. So example, the Skype or any other web calling application. So when you initiate a web session, these applications pass your information such as the application type, which application you are using, operating system which you are using, and the software source and the version. All this information is sent to the websites. So this information can be tracked and can be stored by the web servers to determine the user's web activities and behaviors. So after getting this all information, the websites stores this information. You can find out the details that are sent. Why these are sent? When you initiate a web session, because according to that, if you are communicating on a Skype, according to that, the protocols, the pages they will send you from the server, that will be compatible with your device, that can be your browsers executed properly. So that's why they are using these details, because every devices and every browsers do not support all types of the codes of the web pages. Next, you can find out the details that are sent by your browser to a website by typing my user agent. So if you want to find out the details what the browser sent the website, by typing the my user agent in your browser and you press the enter key, the details similar to the screenshot given below are displayed, as you see in the figure 7.6, detailed user agent information. Okay, so see the my user agent, what the information on here: Mozilla Firefox 5.0 you are using, Windows NT 6.1, Windows 64, all these things we can do it. Now what we have to do is, let me show you by typing this on the Mozilla Firefox in the browser. So there is no internet connection. So let me write here whether it is working or not, my user agent. So what we have to write: my user agent. Okay, my user agent. So internet connection is not there. Okay, in the next time we'll see. So internet connection is required for that, then we will get the information. Now you can see here the information about the browser, your user agent. You are working on the uh, Apple device, Apple WebKit 537.3x, and the other browsers is Chrome 66.033 and the Safari. And you can also see the detailed user information in figure 7.6. You can find out the details that are sent by your browser to the website by tapping the My User Agent in your browser. After you press the enter key, the details similar to the screenshot given below, that you can see it. Now in the detail you can see your IP address and the country flag. You can see the India, browser information, JavaScript enabled yes, cookies enabled yes, device pixel ratio 1, and the screen resolution, browser's window size. All details are shown over this window. Next, with all these trackers that are mentioned above, a user's browsing habits, devices, what they are using, interests, and the identities can be tracked. So the question arises that is there any way by which you can access the web without revealing much about yourself? Yes, there is also the method without revealing your much information you can do the surfing. Further section reveals the information to the above question. In the sections above, you have been seen that while browsing the web, a user may wish to hide his identity on the web, as the information may be used for tracking our web movements or attacking our profile in the cyber world. So, next, what are the methods can be used to protect our personal information? First is the anonymous browsing. So, we need to hide our identity either intentionally or due to the governmental and the professional restrictions. Since all the HTTP requests originating from our machine carry a lot about our identity with them. So we need to be aware of the ways by which this information can be concealed from the third party proxy server or the unauthorized vendors. By using the anonymous browsing, we eliminate all these factors and browse the net without revealing any personal information or interest. So that is why it is essential to encrypt the data to hide one's identity. That is called the anonymous browsing. Now, how the anonymous browsing can be done? That is the private browsing. See, private browsing is also known as incognito mode. Is a means by which you can safeguard your identity and browsing details when online. By enabling the incognito browsing mode in our web browsers, you can prevent saving our details as in the autofill feature, it will not be filled. Accidental saving of username and passwords, it can be ignored, or saving of browsing history when accessing the web from a public domain. All these things can be prevented with the help of the private browsing. Hmm. That is saving of the data in the cookies and the location tracking. Though private browsing restricts the information being sent out from your device, it still does not make you completely anonymous it doesn't make. So your ISP can still track your behavior through your IP address. So to activate the incognito mode, open your browser. What we have to do, how we can do the anonymous browsing. So open your browser, select the file. In the file you go new, you'll find the file tab, you'll find the new private window or new incognito window. This opens the incognito window figure 7.7, shows the Google Chrome incognito window. Different browsers may have the different names for the incognito mode. If you are using the Chrome, you can press Ctrl plus Shift plus N, Firefox Ctrl plus Shift plus P, Internet Explorer Ctrl plus Shift plus P. Now Ctrl plus Shift plus P for the Firefox. Let me open the Firefox, then you will see it. Yes. So there Control plus Shift, Control plus Shift plus P. This is the incognito mode. As you can see, this is the private browsing. Now you are in a private window. Firefox cleans your search and browsing history when you quit the app or close the private browsing tabs and windows. This is the incognito. Now whatever the searching you will do, your details will not be saved. It will not be sent to the servers. Okay, like this we can do. So most of us book our flight tickets and hotels rooms online. So when we search for the available flights or hotels on a particular date for a particular destination, so tracking cookies are generated. Suppose due to some reason you do not book the tickets or the hotel room in that browsing session. So the next time when you open the site to book the tickets of the hotel, you see that the prices have increased. This is because those websites are tracking your search and know that you have to travel on a particular date. On the other hand, in incognito mode, the ticket fares or hotel tariffs do not change as the site is unable to check if you have visited the site before or not. So that is also will happen, that is the rise of price. So if the companies knows before that you have visited earlier one time or two times for booking the ticket, now the next time they will increase the fare of the ticket. That is done. Next is the proxy server. With them with the proxy server also we can do the anonymous browsing. So how this proxy server does the anonymous browsing? A proxy server is dedicated computer or software system which act as an intermediary between an endpoint device such as computer and another server from which a user or client is requesting a service. Here you can see you are using a laptop. With the help of the laptop you are sending the request for a web page. Now your request with your IP address is sent to the proxy server. Now proxy server will attach its own IP address and send the same request to the internet server. Now internet server will receive the IP address of this proxy server. So directly they cannot communicate. That website will store the information IP address of this proxy server. Now if they will send any messages or something, so that will be given to the proxy server. It will not be or forward it to your computer or to your laptop. That is the proxy server. So the tracking website will get the information in the proxy server and you can still browse the site without disclosing your IP address or location. Example proxy servers are Apache and the HA proxy or Nginx, etc. These are the proxy servers which we can use. Remember, many applications of web servers deny access to requests which have originated from proxy servers on the web. So many applications are there, many websites are there, they deny the request from the proxy servers if it is sent. Let us take the example of a school to understand how proxy server works in a school computer lab. A proxy server can be installed to check the browsing activities of the students. A student sends a request to the websites, which is first analyzed and checked by the firewall and then sent to the proxy server. Thus, it administers the websites visited by the students and also protect them from bogus sites by blocking them. So this proxy server can also be used to block some websites which is to not be accessed by the students. So this is the you can see the proxy server and firewall. This is the proxy website request. This is the proxy server, and this is the firewall. So first from your school PC computer you send a request to the firewall, allowed proxy request. So it will be sent to the proxy server if it is allowed. If you can visit that, now proxy server will send the request to the website. So for your half-yearly exam syllabus will be till lesson 8, lesson 1 to 8. So question answers of lesson that is the lesson 6, 7 and 8 I have posted on the school website. From there you can note it down and you complete your computer notebook and write all the answers in there. Okay. So for your half-yearly exam syllabus will be lesson 1 to 8 till Microsoft Word part 1. So this is all for the today students. Thank you for your kind attention.